Everybody, how's it going? So the National Hurricane Center sent out an update at 11 a.m. I was just going over that one to cover that with you. So this is a satellite loop of Tropical Storm Henri. Henri is expected to become a hurricane tomorrow and is expected to hook north and could possibly impact the Northeast the over the weekend. So we look at the let's see here. So this is the tropical storm force wind speed probabilities. This is preliminary. Okay, this is for the 120 hours. This is 5 days from 8 a.m. Thursday to 8 a.m. Tuesday. Okay, and you can see here the expected track it's going to take. Um, a little bit west, it's northwest, and then hook north. So probability of tropical storm force winds. Okay, 1 minute average. You can go less than 39 miles an hour from tropical storm Henri. So as you can see, some of the coast here, um, 5-10% chance here. The yellow looks like even the green, you get 20-30. Even out here at Cape Cod could be definitely impacted. You're looking at the orange here, which is probably the 50 to 60%. So it's definitely, nothing at this point, nothing to freak out about, just something to keep in mind. So if we go back to the public advisory, okay, this is just put out at 11 a.m. Okay, Henri's still moving westward over the western Atlantic. Interest in the northeastern U.S. should monitor its progress. Okay, summary of 11 a.m. information. Okay, these are the coordinates of its location. It's about 490 miles southeast of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina, about 810 miles south of Nantucket, Massachusetts. Currently, the maximum sustained winds are 70 miles per hour, and it's currently moving west at 10 miles per hour. Okay, and the minimum central pressure right now is 995 millibars. Currently, no coastal watches or warnings are in effect, and it just says again that interest in the northeastern U.S. and Atlantic Canada should monitor its progress. Okay, and then let's see, discussion outlook. At 11 a.m., the center of the tropical storm Henri is located near latitude 29.5 north, longitude 70.5 west. Henri is moving toward the west near 10 miles an hour. This motion is expected to continue through tonight. A turn toward the northwest is forecast on Friday, followed by an acceleration toward the north and northeast Saturday and Sunday. On the forecast track, the center of Henri will remain well offshore of the east coast of the United States over the next couple of days, but it is forecast to be near southern New England on Sunday and Monday. Maximum sustained winds remain near 70 miles per hour with higher gusts. Little change in strength is expected today, but Henri is forecast to intensify to a hurricane on Friday, with additional strengthening predicted to occur this weekend. Tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 80 miles from the center. Estimated minimum central pressure is 995 millibars. Let's see. Hazards affecting land. Surf. Swells generated by Henri should continue to affect Bermuda during the next day or so. Swells are expected to increase across much of the east coast of the U.S. and Atlantic Canada later this week and this weekend. These swells could cause life-threatening surf and rip current conditions. Please consult products from your local weather office. And then it says next advisory is at 5 p.m. All right. So if you look at here, earliest reasonable arrival time of tropical storm force winds. So right now, if you look at this, so the east coast here, right along the coast, you could get tomorrow evening, start seeing those winds, and then up the coast, and then the northeast here, definitely Saturday night into Sunday. See that could start feeling those winds. All right, this is the interactive map that I found. So this is Henri's current location, and like I said, expected to go west a little bit and then hook north, and then see what happens. They have this blue area. It could go one way or the other a little bit. We'll just have to kind of see how things go. Here's the forecast cone, which just shows us the same thing. Its track, but as you can see here, 8 a.m. Sunday, it's still expected to be a hurricane. Okay, right now, it says maximum sustained winds are about 70 miles per hour. Hurricane about 74 to 110 miles per hour, but I don't believe that those winds will get too far inland. We'll see. Wait it out and see what happens around Cape Cod, the Cape Cod area, and then further north. We'll just play by ear and see what happens. So the Tropical Storm Henri forecast discussion. Okay, Henri is not as well organized as it was yesterday. Microwave images show that the vortex is tidal to the south with height due to about 25 knot of northeasterly wind shear. The system is still producing a fair amount of deep convection, however, and the cloud pattern resembles a central dense overcast with banding features limited to the south side of the circulation. I don't know how to pronounce it. The Dvorak estimates continue to range from 55 knots to 65 knots. Therefore, the initial intensity is again held at 60. Air Force Reserve hurricane hunters will be investigating Henri later today, and data the aircraft collects will be very helpful in assessing the storm's structure and strength. Tropical storm is moving just south of due west at 9 knots. Henri is expected to move generally westward through tonight as the storm remains on the south side of a mid-level ridge. On Friday, however, a trough is expected to cut off over the Ohio Valley and Mid-Atlantic region of the U.S., while a ridge amplifies to the east of Henri over the western Atlantic. The combination of these features should cause Henri to turn northward on Friday and accelerate in that direction over the weekend. By early next week, the ridge is expected to weaken, which should cause Henri to turn more toward the east. The models are in much better agreement than they were yesterday, and their solutions are clustering around southern New England on Sunday and Monday. The Nhc track forecast is just a tad to the left of the previous one and lies near the typically best performing models, the various consensus aids. In addition to the Air Force aircraft that flies through the storm, the NOAA Gulfstream 4 jet will also be flying around Henri later today to help assess the environmental conditions and gather data for the numerical models. It is hoped that these data will help the models more accurately predict the future track of the storm. The current northeasterly shear over Henri is forecast to continue for about another day. Given the degraded structure of the system, it seems unlikely that the storm will strengthen during that time period. However, the shear is expected to decrease on Friday, and it will remain quite low through the weekend. Therefore, strengthening to a hurricane is expected during that time period. Once Henri crosses the north wall of the Gulf Stream in a few days, steady weakening is predicted. The Nhc Intensity Forecast is just an update of the previous one and lies near the middle of the guidance envelope. It should be noted that as Henri gains latitude and moves near New England, the wind field is expected to expand. Therefore, users are reminded to not focus on the exact forecast points, as impacts will extend far from the center. Key messages. Henri is forecast to be near the northeast coast of the U.S. on Sunday and Monday, and the risk of storm surge, wind, and rain impacts in portions of southern New England and eastern Long Island are increasing. Watches will likely be required for portions of this area on Friday. Swells from Henri will begin to reach much of the east coast of the U.S. and Atlantic Canada by the end of the week and continue through the weekend. These swells could cause life-threatening surf and rip currents. Okay, so this is definitely something to watch out for. Watch out for continued updates. I'm not sure how often I will do these kinds of updates. I will keep posting information, but as far as doing videos, maybe once a day, depending on what happens. I mean, if it goes crazy, then, which I don't expect, but if it goes crazy, I will, I'll do some live videos and stuff, and have more updates on this. So, like I said, don't freak out, but it's something that you need to keep an eye on, especially if you live near the coast, if you live near Cape Cod. Definitely keep an eye on that. And the expected time for that wind, or at least reasonable arrival time for those winds, is going to be Saturday night. Let's look at most likely. Okay, most likely arrival time tropical storm force winds. All right, it says Sunday 8 a.m. Okay, I would expect Sunday night into Sunday morning, okay, some point in that time. Okay, so just keep an eye on it. Stay tuned for updates. Subscribe to my channel. Follow my stuff on Facebook. Like, share. Tell your friends. Okay, definitely tell your friends and family. Anybody that lives in this area, the Northeast New England area, let them know. Like I said, this isn't a time to panic. Just be advised, okay, of the situation. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, I'll be posting more, so stay tuned.